This vehicle is the Sunlight T67 motorhome. It's manufactured in Germany, near Dresden, in one of the most modern facilities in the world. It's been in operation now for only a few years, and indeed I was talking to a consultant for the auto sector, and he told me that it is one of the most efficient facilities that he has ever seen, and he's seen quite a lot of them. Now, Sunlight and Corrado, they make a number of models. It's owned by the Erwin Group, which is based in Germany but has manufacturing in various countries. They own, for example, the well-known Italian make Leica, amongst others. So it has the benefit of the whole Heimer network. This is the cheaper version, shall we say, but even so, you're still looking at a fair whack of cash to be able to buy one of these. But it is a more economic form of Heimer in various ways. Now let's have a look around this vehicle itself. Now you can see I've taken it out. It's not in a trade fair. Now I've done a review of this. I did it at Dusseldorf in 2016, and now I'm in Switzerland and it's 2017. So you can see I've left the garage door open. Did this deliberately to show you how much room there is in there. Now I always refer to how many bikes you can actually get in. In this case, you can see, well, I've got one in, and there's plenty of room for some more should I so desire. Coming around the back, we see we have got up here with space there, a rack for 4 extra bikes, and that is an option, but you may wish to take it. There's plenty of room, of course, around the back. Let's have a look at the garage from this end as well. So you can see there how much space there is. It's a huge amount of space in the garage. That is great. And around here, obviously that's the toilet, same as in every van. And here we've got the gas cabinets. The gas is relatively easy to get a hold of. Personally, for mine, as I say in every film, I'd have a refillable option installed there, so you wouldn't have to keep lugging things around, but at least it's there and you don't have to sort of manipulate it around corners, which is not the sort of thing you want to be doing when you get to a certain age. Now, what we're going to have to do is, having seen it from the outside and in action, so to speak, on this resort, we'll have a look at it from the inside. But first, I'm just going to give you a quick look at this campsite, the Sturleg, in Kratingen on Lake Thun in Switzerland. And walking, you can see this in the film, but we've got Lake Thun just down there. You can't actually see it from where I am here at the moment, but if you walk down the other end of the site, you can get lovely views of it. And this is, okay, it's 3rd of February, so the campsite is not really in season yet, and there's still lots of snow around, so it's really a time to come here to do a spot of winter sports or something of that nature on the Bernese Oberland, which is behind me, and it's 14 kilometers from here to Interlaken. Anyway, you can see all that in other films. Now we're going to go inside and have a look at the vehicle from within. So this is what the van looks from inside. There's 2 seats I always turn round when I'm on site. The reason for this is it gives more room, it looks more pleasant. I like it that way. I always turn the driver's seat round, and this is left-hand drive. The reason for that is I like to have somewhere to put my feet. However, with this vehicle it is not quite so comfortable because of the distance involved. But that means we get this absolutely enormous table here. Now look at the size of that. That is great for being used as an office. Now at the moment it's in office mode, but it's also in eating mode because I'll eat in front of the computer. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm uploading stuff to YouTube. They've got my YouTube site, and there's a lot of films there which I've uploaded but not publicly available, and I try to stagger it, so I put up one film per day, on days when I've got access of course, and some days I just don't have access, so nothing goes up at all. But that's how it works in general. Now, as far as this van is concerned, I'd like to point out the huge amount of storage. I've got office stuff in there, and I put my office stuff there as well. And up the front as well, here, I've got storage up there, there, and up there. You might recognise what this white thing here is. That's the instruction booklets for the van. So if you need to know anything like how to dump water or where a fuse is, it should all be in there. Now, above the table we've got this double bed. Now, if you've seen any of my films, you will know that I don't like double beds above the driving position. The reason for that is it takes headroom away. But now I'm going to stand up under this one. Now, I'm 1m75. Now, you can't see me, but there is clearance here to almost 180. If you're taller than 180, then perhaps it will get in your way. If you're under 180, then it won't. I don't like putting too many beds in vans anyway. In my opinion, you know, usually there's only 2 of you, so why have more people in the van? Nonetheless, it is a far better position than having it above the driving position. One thing there is in this van, however, there's this step up here, and sometimes, well, I forget. So I haven't slipped over it or fallen over it, but sometimes I do forget, and that might take me a bit of time to get used to that being there. In many vehicles there is a step, except for those where there's a double floor. Now, this vehicle does not have a double floor, in as much as one is insulated double floors. It's not designed particularly for use in winter, but here, as you can tell, I'm out in the Swiss Alps and it's minus 4 I think today, and I haven't even got the heating on. Well, not yet, it will be on, but it's not on at present. So you can see there's lots of space and in the van. Now, I often say, well, what's the point of this thing here? Well, obviously, if the bed's going to come down, it does serve some purpose. Now, one purpose I found out actually in the last few days is what you can do with a chair, which is here, is related to down there. You got to come somewhere and put your shoes on. So, bang. I like to keep everything on this mat. I do not walk into the van. I either put down runners, which is my usual thing, or I've got these slippers, which are great for internal use in the van. No matter what you do, you'll be pulling in all sorts of stones and all sorts of other stuff from outside. It always happens. There we go. Stone from outside. But I try to keep that down to a minimum by the use of these 2 mats, and that black mat there, that's a special one apparently. It goes in the washing machine with no problem. It comes out great. I mean, it's dirty within 30 minutes, but all the same, it does work that way. Obviously everybody leaves the coats and things there, and it's pretty cold outside. I have to have some with my hat. Always go out with a hat on. Coming around here, we've got this kitchen. So I've got my coffee there, got the sink here, 3 burners, and we've also got a window, so you can actually look out the window whilst you're cooking. When driving, close this thing here. The cover, in some vehicles, it can actually fall. So I don't know in this case, I can't say, but I personally always close it. Here we have the bathroom, which is relatively large, and possibly you can tell that I was using it today. Very big mirror. Toilet's quite low. Next to the toilet, actually, there's a heating thing. You've got these things. You've also got them down the front as well, which when you're in here it does allow a bit of extra heating in, and what happens is this thing here comes out, you put that down like that, and that comes across to reveal the shower like that. Now the shower unit is just there, which means to say that this tap is fixed, it doesn't come out. So anyway, you can tell that I've been using it. When I'm on site, unless it's really warm, I don't use the facilities on the site. I always wash myself in my own van. Now this bed here, well, I brought the bed across down, so it's not two singles, it's this enormous double bed, and my experience is now, I mean, it really is enormous. Try it before buying it, but I think, in all honesty, a better option for most people is probably to have the bed that goes widthwise, because it is taking up so much extra room. But you've got that enormous garage with all the biking possibilities you can get in there, and if you're into surfboards or anything big like that, there's huge amounts of space. But bear in mind that that comes at a cost, which is in this case around 40 centimeters extra for the van, and 40 centimeters is really a lot when we're talking motorhomes. During the day I put the ladder on the bed, but at night it fits easily onto here like that, and if you need to get in the toilet, bang, you can do so. There isn't a huge amount of room, but if you're relatively thin, well, my sort of well, not fat anyway, you can get in the toilet without any problem. Now a great thing is the amount of storage that we have under the bed. It is absolutely brilliant on this side and on this side, and this is new, and it's having a little bit of teething problems opening it, which, so about what you do, press down like that and it opens, and I've got a boiler under there and space for the thing. Got my hanging space in there, stacks of stuff in. I've got almost all my stuff in there. That's brilliant. And again, look at all this storage at the back here. You know, if your books and things can go up there, plenty of space there at the back for you know, your clothes, your shirts, socks, what have you, t-shirts. And what I really like about this van is that, whereas it's relatively tidy now, I mean, it'll be in a mess in no time at all, and its amount of storage is great. I don't have to think about it. Oh, everything's got to go away immediately. It doesn't have to go away immediately. Now Peter, can't remember his surname, asked me, where's the television? Well, it's up here, Peter, and there we go. Television comes out like that. There is an antenna on the roof, and got the remote control in the kitchen place. So that comes out like that, and if you want to watch it, you can watch it in bed, you can watch it in the driving position. It's quite good actually, because the driving position, it's some distance away, and it's like half the van away to watch the telly, which is absolutely brilliant. Plenty of space under the kitchen for food and what have you. You know, you can pack a stack of stuff in there. As you can see here, you've got a stack of stuff in there, not looking particularly tidy. Gas there. As a van, it's really good. I like this new Fiat engine. I mean, even the old ones are pretty good as well. But the new one, the Euro 6 6-speed gearbox. There's one strange thing about it, though. It sort of tells you to change gear when you got to change gear, but sometimes, you know, it's rather suspicious when it says change gear at you're doing 1,600 revs and it says change, and I'm thinking, well, why? That 1,600 is already pretty low. But anyway, I did what it told me to do on the whole, but you know, in Switzerland they're going up hills and down them, and could be ice on the road. So on the flat I gave it the benefit of the doubt, but when I was up and down hills I did it my way. So there we have the van, and I've been living in this now for 1 week, and I would like to say it's really good. It is good. It's a very interesting van. There's plenty of space. There's two people, even maybe two people with kids. It's great. This is the first time I've ever used one of these beds, which may seem a bit odd because they've been pretty popular now for the past 4 years or so. But to my opinion, it's a bit of a waste of space. One thing that I often find is I've got nowhere to put my bag. You know, got my computer in, I might have other stuff in there, and I'd always stick it on the top of the bed. But in this case, you know, there's plenty of space below to put my bag and my other stuff, so why leave it up there? So anyway, but a great thing for me is this office, and that's what I'm going to call it. I mentioned it before, but the benefits of a huge table for somebody who's working in a van, I can't really emphasize that one enough. So that's really positive. Now I want to do something about the downers as well, and the bigger side is 737 centimeters. It is quite a lot when you're looking for somewhere to park. You've got to be careful, and that's the first thing. It is quite large. In my opinion, the ideal length for a van is about 650 to 700. You may disagree. I know that many of you in the United States is different, because in the US you do not have the same problems that we have with parking. So that's something I think ought to be considered. But on the whole, I think, you know, Sunlight, it's the more economical version of Hymer. It's owned by the Hymer Group. The factory where both Sunlight and Carraro are manufactured in Neustadt near Dresden is possibly the most advanced manufacturing facility for motorhomes in the world. So I can really recommend the van. It's really good. It's one or two little things, such as the height, such as it's only got you can get an extra battery. I mean, 2 batteries, but even so, I think I'd be looking to actually extra power on that. So that's a downer. But you know, there's plenty of space on the roof. You can easily get a couple of solar panels on the roof, and maybe more powerful batteries. You can stick them in the boot, in the garage. There's plenty of space in there. So this is me in Kratingen, Switzerland, signing off. Thank you for watching.